What's up, guys? Today I want to talk to you about what it means to be a servant leader. Now, the term servant leader doesn't actually have a definition. However, back in the 1970s, that term began being used in the form and conversations of leadership. Now, if you separate those two words, a servant obviously is somebody who gives of themselves. It's someone who serves others in chores and in duties and things like that. And the leader is someone that has the ability to lead others. They have influence over people. They're able to inspire and lead them in a certain manner. So when you put those two words together, servant and leader, it is really one that who leads by the way of lowering themselves and doing what is better for the group or the team or the employees to help everybody else thrive. And so though servant leader again is not it's not a defined in the dictionary, it is something that is becoming more and more common as a very influential way to lead and impact people. There's an article written years ago about how Martin Luther King Jr., one of the most prominent figures in a lot of history, he exemplified what it meant to lead by the means of serving others greater than really probably anybody of his time. There's a story talks about how it was easy to spot a servant leader, and it's easy to see that Martin Luther King Jr. was a servant leader by the way that he would spend time with people who typically were maybe deemed unworthy or unimportant to spend time with, that he genuinely cared about the input and what other people had to say. He wanted to be at the lowest level with people, hearing what they had to say, listening to their heart, and coming alongside them in a supportive way, not from a dominant leadership position, as maybe a king or a ruler would lead a country, but in a servanthood spot that lets people know that you care, that you are willing to get down on their level, to get into the mud with them, if you will, and help walk beside them. Typically in sports, we have a hard time, I think, kind of grasping this, because typically I think we look at leaders as the studs on the team, the best athlete out there, and we say, well, they're the leader because they're the best one out there. Even though their attitudes may be arrogant, they might not genuinely care for the betterment of their teammates. They might really be seeking just to fulfill and to lead and to make themselves better at the cost of really anyone else. But the true leaders, the people that are going to have the most impact and influence for years to come, whether it's in your team or whether it's in a workforce or even just in the classroom and with your family, the most influential people are the ones that can step back, that are willing to do the things that most people aren't willing to do, that are willing to get a little bit dirty, that are willing to do things that aren't always seen and praised about. It can be as simple as in your workforce being the one who consistently takes out the trash and cleans up a mess, and he's not, you may not be the one on the front lines getting all the praise and glory for what's going on, but a real genuine leader is one that leads from a service position. There's this picture that's gone around of even in a wolf pack. It shows this picture of about these 10 or 12 wolves walking, and the lead of the pack, the ones that are out front, are actually the three sickest ones. They're the older, sicker ones, and they allow the older ones to set the pace so that they don't get left behind. Then it's followed by some of the seemingly more healthy ones that kind of just trickle in line and follow behind the pace of the elderly. And then the leader of the wolf pack actually leads from the back to make sure that nobody can come and surprise attack them. Nobody can come in and try to take advantage of them because no one's paying attention, and they're willing to fall back, not be the head of the line for the betterment of their pack. And so I challenge us as leaders. We are all leaders in some form or fashion, whether it's with your siblings, again, or where you work or in your team. We all have the ability to lead. The challenge is, can we lead in a way that is humble, that is not arrogant, that is not demanding power, respect, and authority, but can we lead from a place of humble servanthood? Hope this helps you guys a little bit. Hope this inspires you. Hope this gives you guys something to think about even as we move forward over the next weeks. Thanks.